Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to Call the Damn Leads, the show by sales professionals for sales professionals. I'm your host, Drew B. Wilson, with more than 2 decades in sales. I've seen it, lived it, been through it, and now I'm here to bring it to you guys, my favorite people in the world, the sales community, because I know that in this journey of sales and entrepreneurship, there's a lot of stuff we can learn, and there's really a lot more great stories to be told. And today, I'd like to bring you something a little bit personal. When it comes to sales, KPIs, the key performance indicators, measuring your effort, that is truly where you find success. And one of the things that I was told early on is that your output will equal your input, meaning the more work you do, the more you're going to make. And that is a sales axiom that you can take to the bank. With that being said, I'd like to introduce you to a formula, a ratio, a number system that works well for me in creating success in any industry that I've been a part of. So this is called the 100-10-2 rule. So the way this works is that there are 3 main categories that you're trying to achieve in any given day. Your total number of outbound contacts, the total number of serious conversations that you've had with someone where you make them an offer to solve their problem or to use your service, and the number of closed sales you have for the day. And closed sales are where we get paid. So that is the ultimate number that we're working towards. The biggest thing is understanding, though, that to create closed sales, you got to go and have a lot of conversations. So when I look at any given sales performance metric, it's real simple. Most of us are working 50 weeks a year, 40 hours a week, so you got a typical 40-hour work week. You're working 4 weeks every month. And of that, you're really only working Monday through Friday, maybe Monday through Saturday for most people, right? And again, I know you're in sales, so you're not most people. Just bear with me here. Let's say you're working an average of 20 to 22 days a month. That gives you some weekends, a couple days off, right? It's a pretty standard schedule. In that 20 to 22 days, your goal every day needs to be making at least 100 outbound contact attempts. Now, that could be 100 phone calls. It could be 100 text messages. It could be 100 DMs on social media. It could be emails that you send out. Whatever preferred contact method, shaking hands, knocking doors, whatever that is, make your goal a minimum of at least 100 touches a day, 100 outbound contacts. Now, you can automate a lot of this and you can use, AI and these tools, but I want you to think about this. If you're not putting in the work yourself as a sales professional, you may not be developing the skills that you need to increase your closing ratio, to increase the number of sales that you're actually making by the things that you're learning through these conversations. Now, out of those 100 outbound contacts, those attempts that you're trying to make, if you can get at least 10 of those people, that's just 10%, 10 of those people to have a conversation with you where you're able to build rapport, ask specific questions, and understand if that person is a good fit for your product or service, that's what I consider a serious conversation. And a 10% conversion rate from, cold traffic is not terrible. If you can get 10 people out of 100 to have a conversation with you, you're doing pretty dang good. If you can increase it, all the better. Now, of those 10 conversations, you're really trying to get at least 2 of them to agree to do business with you and to close the deal. That's a 20% close ratio of 10 serious conversations, but that's really only a 2% close ratio out of 100 contacts. So if out of 100 people, you can get at least 2 of them to buy from you, you're doing pretty dang good. Now, here's the secret sauce to this. You're thinking in your mind, well, Drewby, if I got to make 100 calls a day and I got to talk to 10 people and have real conversations, a real conversation could take anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour. And then I got to close the deal. That might take another 30 minutes to an hour for paperwork. How am I supposed to get all of that done? You're right. You may not be able to do all of those things in a single day. If you can, fantastic. You're absolutely crushing it. What I'm looking for is consistency and long-term consistency. So every day of the month that you're working, you're trying to get at least 2 out of the 3 of those main categories. You're trying to get at least 100 outbound contacts, trying to have at least 10 conversations, or trying to close 2 sales. Because I know that if you're getting 2 out of 3 of those metrics on a daily basis, the law of averages says that through the entire month, if you're making somewhere around, 2,200 to 2,500 outbound contacts, you're having at least, 200-ish conversations, and then you're closing, 30 to 40 of those deals. That should be a heck of a month for you. And when you look at it, whatever your average commission is per deal, you just multiply it. Hey, I know that if I want to make, let's just be easy here. Let's say you make $500 a deal and you want to make $10,000 a month. We know that you have to close 20 deals that month to make your $10,000. So you reverse engineer it and you're like, cool, I know I need to make this number of handshakes and contacts every day. I need to have this number of conversations, and that's going to lead me to closing this number of sales, 20. That's going to get me my 10 grand. If you continue to compound those efforts, what you're going to find is in months 2, 3, 6, 9, 12, all of the seeds you've been planting with this 100-10-2 methodology is going to lead to more closed sales coming in. It's going to lead to more referrals. It's going to lead to more closings, which is going to take you from like that 20 to 30 deal a month range up into the 50 to 60 a month range. And then you're doubling, tripling your income all through the efforts that you've been putting in consistently. It's not having massive spikes one day the next. It's consistently doing the 100-10-2 rule every single day that you're deciding to put in the work for your business. Don't believe me? Go out there and give it a try for the next 30 days. 100 outbound contact attempts, 10 serious conversations, or 2 closed sales. Get 2 out of the 3 in any given day for the next 30 days, and you're going to find that your number of sales has increased and you put more money in the bank. Don't believe me? Go call the damn leads.